Welcome back to the Canadian Gundam shop. Today is going to be a little bit different. I do have another video that I didn't post, but this is kind of it's kind of scary, and I kind of wanted to talk about it because I think this is going to be a huge problem in the coming years. And I'm talking about basically getting scammed, but in such a hardcore way that it's like every time you turn, you're just in disbelief that this was able to happen. So let's see here. I'm just gonna go over here for a second. I think this is one of the main reasons why people's lives are going to get wrecked. It's these smart devices, smartphones. They have all your credit card information, your bank accounts, all that stuff, and by accidentally clicking on a link or downloading the wrong app with an app that's nefarious and gets access to your phone, and then basically, wrecks your life. I'm currently in the process. So before I get into it, my name is Patrick. If you're seeing this for the first time, I run a model kit shop, Gundam shop, basically, and we ship across Canada, US, and hopefully the world at one point. And it's absolutely crazy how many emails, text messages, phone calls, people pretending to be Google on the phone, and I can't even describe it. The amount of scams or people trying to scam us into convincing them that they're PayPal and I need to update something, or Google relinquish your account so we can update all the tags because it's not performing well. And it's really crazy, and it's getting to the point where I just really want to shut down my email just because it takes one mistake. Say Amy, who comes in and packages and films with me here, showing off orders. She could accidentally click on something and really just wreck this business. It's really starting to get terrifying, actually, because what happened recently is a couple family members basically got wrecked. One got totally wrecked, and then the other one got slapped really hard, and I think that's all they're going to get. I don't want to get into it too personal because it's private, but it's unbelievable. Now, I can maybe describe the story a little bit, but it's like, imagine you look at your phone and it's reset. It's resetting, and you're like, what? It's a blank phone, and your phone is now across the country. Basically, it's mimicked. I don't know if this is 100% the story, but that's what we're getting. And then this person has complete control. And then what they do is they change your addresses, your phone numbers, your thing, I forget what it's called, authentication, goes right out the window. Basically, you're locked out of everything, and you no longer have any of control of anything. And then this person basically starts opening through, I don't know if it's a bot or something, as many credit cards and as many bank accounts as they possibly can. And it's like, it's way out of control. So, we don't know truly what it was, but that's what we're coming to the conclusion. It could have been a link that we clicked on. It could have been an app that was downloaded that was nefarious, like I said before, but it's crazy. And I was just thinking to myself, like, if I make one little mistake and click on something, all of this could be gone. Even just temporarily suspending my PayPal or my transactions or my bank accounts or any of that kind of stuff could really wreck this business. And it's just unbelievable that it could be done so, it seems like so easily. And I think, I think it's going to get really bad, especially with this new AI systems that are coming out. Like, I can see people, I don't even want to describe it, but odds are people were already thinking it. Like, say, for instance, we were able to recover a few things by using the hints, but those hints are not really good because you can enter the person's name and say some of these AIs, and they'll scour the internet for mother's maiden name or something like that, or what's favorite pet. Oh, in grade 5, this person put on Facebook that their favorite pet is I don't know, a pigeon. So, you know, and then they can kind of dig up this information and with the hint system get all, it's just, I have a feeling things are going to get really bad. Just like the two family members were hit totally different, but within days apart, or let's say a week apart or 2 weeks. It's just absolutely crazy. And yeah, even though bank accounts are blocked today, there was another purchase made. Even though this person now has to go to the bank and actually, just to stop all transactions, they have to go in person. Someone was able to still go ahead and charge something to a card, a debit card, which is blows my mind. So I think this year, or yeah, probably this year, is going to be the year of the scams, because the amount that I'm getting every day, and I'm just wondering how many other businesses that have employees that have an email and then they just click on something, they get some malware on their computer, and then and sometimes they're just fishing for information. These scammers, Amy got a text message. So Amy works, she packages here and kind of does video with me and showing your guys' orders. And so check out my YouTube if you want to see that. But she just got a text message from a random number, I think from Saskatchewan, Canada. But so what it said was, hey mom, I dropped my phone in the toilet. It's funny because I just recently dropped my phone in the toilet. But this was mom. Hey mom, I recently dropped my phone in the toilet, and here's my SIM card got wrecked, and here's my new number. So if you need me, just contact me by this phone number. And I bet they send that out to everybody, and there's going to be a few people that respond. Amy's like, Mom, I'm not a mom. So yeah, and I get text messages all the time. Because we get shipments all the time through, I don't want to say exactly who now because I don't want to get, yeah, let's just leave it at that. I get shipments from certain companies and they're like, oh, here's your updated tracking number. And it's a link. I never click, I just delete it. It shows up when it shows up, and that's the end of it. Or call me. And I think it's getting to the point. There's another thing too. I'm building this story up because I'm rethinking all the things that I've experienced over the past few months, where I've actually had customers here and only want to either talk on the phone or pay in cash. And I was, why? Somehow someone got on their phone and just withdrew all of their money out of their debit accounts. Now, there's some recovery things that you can do, but in the meantime, you have to say there's people that have to pay rent or eat or do your accounts are gone, your credit cards are locked up. Luckily, family helped out family in this situation, and it's still not. You have to go to your credit bureau. In Canada, we have two of them. Turns out the one bureau was really close by, so we actually showed up at the office because calling them is kind of a waste of time, because that's what we've experienced. And turns out they didn't necessarily want to help at first because they're just like, oh, mail it to us. And then the family member said, well, since we're here, can we just hand it to you instead of mailing it to you, because we're actually mailing it to the exact address that we're at. So, and then also at that point, this person checked their bank, got notification, and boom, another, I don't want to say the amount, but let's say plus or minus $1,000 was taken, or someone purchased something, a new phone, let's say, for instance, and the transaction went through on a debit card that this person never uses a debit card like that. So it's kind of wild. And the amount of customers that I'm starting to see wanting to only pay in cash, I have a feeling if this starts getting really out of control, we're going to go back to a cash society, just because of, this kind of situation where, it's one thing to have a credit card stolen, but it's another thing to have your phone and all of your information stolen, because that's when bank accounts open up, credit cards open up, and I'm assuming this is what's happening. They're opening up credit cards, maxing them out, putting it into a bank account, and then pulling out all the cash. And then, yeah, so, and I'm talking it's well over tens of thousands of dollars at the moment. So guys, you need to be very careful. And I thought I would say this because it's just happening so often, and I just noticed it, and I just had to say something because protect yourselves. Don't download any apps. Don't click on any links. Don't. It's kind of sad, but I actually here at Canadian Gundam, or sorry, the Gundam shop, we actually prefer if you call and talk to us because we could fix problems right away. I get emails saying, "Oh, you screwed up my order. I want a refund, or I'm doing a chargeback. Here's a picture, and it's a PDF file." Well, I'm not going to open that. I checked the email. There's no email on record. That actually does happen where people use different emails, but buy with a different email. So that is not uncommon. So that could happen. But this email wasn't there. There was no name, no order reference number, just an attachment. Well, I'm not taking the risk. If you have an issue, please give me a call. And then we can actually, I have a phone number I can put the face to, or not necessarily the face, but the account to. And, you just, I confirm a few things of like, yeah, I don't know. You just confirm, you make it so much more, it's so much better. I don't know how to say it. I'm comfortable. Everything's, yeah. So I'm on the process of really debating whether I should shut down all my emails because, like I said, the amount of scams I get every day is just incredible. And I mean, text messages, your safest bet, don't click on any links. Unless, like, see, that's the thing too. People are, I'm not sure in this situation, but they might have copied the SIM card somehow. And I don't know. It's so you can't really, it's kind of depressing too, because you don't want to, it's like, I want to trust everybody, but you trust, it could be the person's phone number, person this, and then, but it's actually someone else that did something like that. But anyways, this is kind of a rant. Anyways, this credit bureau was actually able to help us out as soon as, it's funny when, oh, we can't help you, but then when this person gets wrecked in front of them for, say, $1,000, even though the account was locked, all of a sudden it seems like, okay, well, we'll be able to do this for you. And then it's like, I don't want to get into it too much, but it's yeah. But yeah, so guys, be careful out there. It's really depressing, and like I said, I just want to keep this business alive, and it's crazy. If there's any other businesses that have experienced these kinds of scams, or if you guys experience anything, please write it down in the comments. I'm very curious. It's every day I'm like thinking to myself, or trying to figure out what this scammer or this person is trying to do, so that I can outwit it and notice it and not fall into its trap. So anyways, this is a bit of a different video, but that's why I actually have another video planned. I think I've said that before, but this has been taking up my time because, I mean, when stuff like this happens, these family members really need the support and make sure that things are corrected. Credit score, what happened was went from basically a perfect credit score to F, like very low 600s. So yeah, be careful, and hopefully the next video is going to be more cheery. If you guys are more interested in these kinds of videos where I tell you kind of really, maybe even show, I just remember they recreated my website, or sort of, and tried to mimic our company. We have been scammed actually for tens of thousands of dollars with fake credit cards and fake addresses and Airbnbs and blah, blah, blah. You can see that in my previous video. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about this kind of thing and what I have to deal with, please write it down in the comments. Yeah, but anyways, that's pretty much my day today, and just been dealing with it for the past few hours. So I thought I would make a video because I might be able to save someone. So just be careful. Your technology helps in marvelous ways, but it can also wreck you in unbelievable ways. So, guys, that's it. And hopefully I'll be releasing the next video soon. Take care. And don't forget to keep on building. Amy's in an appointment, so I can't call her. But, bye.